Hello, welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome. We are going to be getting started very shortly here. If you are tuned in, go ahead and say hi in the chat. Let us know where you're tuned in from. Let me know how long you've been in real estate. So welcome to Amy, welcome Angela, Catherine, welcome to Joe, Lizette. Let us let us know where you're tuned in from, how long you've been licensed, what brokerage you're with. Welcome Ron, welcome Tammy, Teresa, Wendy. We're gonna get started very shortly. Nice. So we got Lizette Perez who's tuned in. Been in real estate for 26 years. Nice. Where are you based out of? Out of San Antonio. Got it. We got Aisa who's been in real estate for over 10 years. We got Tammy out of North Carolina with Engelston Real Estate. 9 years in the game. Nice. Welcome to you, Tammy. Catherine out of Southeast Florida. I live in Southeast Florida. Well, Miami, but what part of Southeast Florida are you in, Catherine? And what brokerage are you with as well? Let us know. Welcome to you. We got Salima out of Lakeland. Just got licensed about a week ago. Wow. Welcome to you. We got Roberto Azua, 35 years out of Miami. Nice. The hometown's in the building. Nice. We got Parkland for Catherine Quinn with LPT Realty. Nice. Welcome to Teresa. Teresa's out of Sarasota. Welcome to Teresa. Otto, who's been in real estate for about 3 years. Welcome to Otto out of Central Florida. We got Tulika Kapoor, based out of San Jose, California. I was just there last year. Nice. If you guys just tuned in, what we're doing before getting started here is we're just doing a quick introduction. Everybody's letting us know how long you've been in real estate, what brokerage you're with, where you tuned in from in the United States. Sometimes we get some international people, but it's usually all US based. So let me know. Awesome. Welcome to everybody. I'm going to give it one more second here, just 30 more seconds, just to make sure those that are a little bit late don't get left behind here. If you're already tuned in, make sure you put your distractions away. We're going to make this very interactive. If you can't tell by now, this is not going to be a monologue where I just sit here and yap for the hour. I'm going to make sure we get everybody involved on today's webinar. All right, sweet. So I think we got everybody already tuned in. So welcome everybody. It's a pleasure to have you here. Today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be covering a very important and contemporary topic in the real estate industry. There have been a whole lot of shifts in recent history. And one of the biggest ones, which I'm sure we all know by now, is going to be AI. Okay? So those of you that have not familiarized yourself with AI, what to do, how to really take things to the next level, that's exactly what we're going to be covering today. Because if you think about this, your consumers right now, they have a lot of resources to make sure you're verified, to make sure you're the real deal. They're going to put your name through AI. They're going to put your name through Google. Today, we're going to cover exactly what you need to do to leverage these technologies to help you scale your sales volume across the United States. Okay, this works for realtors that have been licensed for many years. This works for realtors that are brand new. As long as you follow along and take the steps I'm going to provide you all here today, you're going to be able to win. So again, thank you guys so much for introducing yourselves. I'm about to go ahead and do the same. If you're not familiar with who I am, my name is Alex Yu. I am an international public speaker in the real estate industry. I've been doing real estate speaking, events, coaching, and development for many, many years. So I've seen a lot of the shifts. You know, I was around when social media first came up in real estate. I was around when the internet started getting involved with the real estate industry, right? And now we're stepping into AI. So my main goal and what I do with my time is I provide clarity. Okay, I get everybody involved. If you have questions, put them in the chat. And this isn't recorded, as you can tell by now. So feel free to ask as many questions as you want. I'll pause and address them. I want to make this, a two-way street. So don't feel like you have any stupid questions. Everybody's here to learn. We're all here to grow. And you're going to get really good live feedback from me at any point in time if you do ask. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. And let's jump right into the fun stuff. So besides myself, my company Rogue Raider, what we've done here is help take real estate agents from people that are kind of stagnant with technology and help you all become influencers within this space. Help you get the visibility, help take the load off your back with technology, and really make life easier for you. Because there's a lot of tools available. You just don't want to get confused. You want to focus on the right things. And take a moment to think about this. There's over 1.3 million realtors right now in the United States. And I love looking at this stat. It doesn't matter if you have your license. There's a lot of bad realtors out there, right? There's very few that are active, that are actually active and doing well, So those of you that are not applying technology, sadly, you're going to see your sales volume go down. It's just what's happening with the trends. If you are not adapting AI and technology, you will probably be one of those realtors that continues to go down until you just hang your license. You're like, I'm done here. Okay? So I mentioned it here. There's a really big problem in the industry as of right now. Over 93% of realtors are not optimized on Google. They were not ready for AI and Chat GPT and are lacking when it comes to their social media presence. A lot of you on this webinar right now, you're generating most of your revenue 100% from repeat and referral business. You're not getting a ton of calls or leads from online yet, right? So, number one, there's a big secret, right? How do you get your visibility even if you're not a techie? And before I jump into the first secret, I want to get just a feel for the room since we talked about this big disconnect with AI, Google, social media for real estate. Put in the chat just a quick yes or no if you've closed the deal this year because you got found online, whether it's social media, realtor.com, Google, Zillow, AI, ChatGPT. Just put yes or no in the chat. All right, I'm getting some yeses. I got a few no's. Okay, it's like 50-50. Okay, now I got a long train of no's. I like Tammy's answer. She goes, "I don't think so." She's not sure if she did or not. Love the honesty, Tammy. So okay, we have a pretty there's more no's than yeses in this group, and we have a few people that said, "I don't know if I did." So I'm gonna give you guys the secret sauce on really how to start getting these phone calls, getting these clients, ranking locally is important as hell. So number one is how do you get this visibility if you're not a real estate techie? Okay. What does this visibility mean? It's if it's somebody that's relocating and they're looking, who's the best realtor in Sarasota, Florida, to help me relocate if I have a budget of $850,000 to invest? How are you going to become the result? How do you get that visibility? You want to think about this. Whatever Google says goes. Your business is exactly what's reflected online. So you could be the best realtor in the world, but guess what? If it doesn't say that online, you're going to lose deals every day to people that are less qualified than you. Okay? And besides Google, AI search is now reflecting that at a higher level. So if somebody uses AI and goes, I'm looking to sell my $1.3 million waterfront property in Miami, and it's in this neighborhood, who's the best realtor to work with, which is a question I use all the time, it's going to go even deeper. So people are more educated than ever. They're using Google and AI to the highest level possible. So question for everybody that's in attendance right now, and I would love to hear everybody respond to this in the chat. Which of these AIs are you currently using? Or are you using multiple? Or if you're using none, put none in the chat as well. Right? I got a few of the most popular ones here on the screen. Wow, I love Tulika Kapoor. She goes, using all of them. Catherine says ChatGPT. Tammy says ChatGPT. Aisa says ChatGPT, Gemini, and Claude. Nice. Lizette says ChatGPT and Gemini. Teresa says Gemini and Claude. Otto says ChatGPT. Salima says Meta, ChatGPT. Wendy says all. So check this out. That should really tell everybody on this call something. I did not get a single reply of somebody saying, I am not using AI. When I used to ask this question a few years ago, the responses were mostly, I don't use any yet. This year has been crazy. Whenever I speak on stage and I ask the question, hey, how many of you have closed a deal because you got found in an AI search and your client told you that? The amount of hands that have gone up is crazy. So guess what? Since everybody's using AI and Google, where does it source the data to make you the result when somebody goes, who's the best realtor near me? Or who's the best realtor to use if I'm listing my property? Who's the best realtor to work with if I'm looking into pre-construction? There's 8 different sites that are going to make or break your results, that are going to allow you to rank or have you be a ghost. It's these 8 that are on the screen right here. So I highly suggest if you guys have your phones close by, take a picture of what's on the screen. These are your big money makers as realtors. The top agents nationwide are generating business from all of these sites on a monthly basis. Okay, so I'll leave the screen up here for like a second or two more just to make sure everybody got their pictures because this is huge. So think about it. When somebody does a Google search or an AI search, those 2 technologies are going to use all 8 of these sites to provide the data. Okay, so you want to think about this. It's like, how do you actually look on these 8 sites? Are you confident? Like if somebody tells me, Alex, I'm going to pick a random name. Alex, if you're going to list your property, use Lizette Perez. Great. Before I have a seller consultation and spend a second with Lizette, I'm going to Google you. Are the sites going to tell me that you're amazing, or are they going to make me want to use another realtor? You want to have this in mind. Okay? So, let's try it live, right? What am I talking about? I'm going to show you exactly how simple this is. I'll put myself in the fire, right? Just put a simple yes or no. How many of you have noticed the AI mode button on Google? Let me know. Put yes or no in the Zoom chat. Everybody, look at the Zoom chat. Almost everybody is saying yes. So guess what? This is going to allow your search to be 10 times stronger. So look, if I go AI mode, I am now going to be asking AI, I'm going to put myself in the fire here. Is Alex Ayub a great public speaker for real estate? Right? It's going to go source tons of websites. Look, it sourced almost 10 different sites to provide feedback about me. It says, yes, Alex Ayub is highly regarded as a top public speaker and digital marketing strategist within the real estate industry. He serves as a national speaker and business developer. He is a prominent real estate technology company. All right, core topics. He talks about AI integration, Google optimization, social media branding. Sounds like me, right? Audience reach. He headlines massive industry events, frequently presenting to crowds of over 3,000 agents and brokers. Major events, spearheads national tours, featured prominently at elite conferences like Rock the Market. International scope, he extends his work globally and works at key speaking engagements across the United States and South America. Right? Blah, blah, blah. And it's going to tell everybody where I pulled up all my information from. So there's articles, there's events that write about me, my socials, it all gets picked up. But I do this AI search on a ton of people, and I have top producers that when I put them in here, it goes, I don't know what to tell you about this person. I don't know if I'd work with them. It's big. You guys, I suggest after today's webinar, go put yourself in the fire. Don't do it now because we're gonna lose you. And this is very important stuff I'm covering. And you can watch this replay, by the way. It's gonna be recorded and sent to you via email, right? As realtors, just like I got sourced, look, all the AIs are gonna source your website, your realtor.com, your homes.com, your Zillow, your social medias. They all get sourced, right? So if you don't have a strong presence, you are losing deals. So this should be like a light bulb moment for you. Even if you're brand new, you can have your story online. You can have your story reflected on sites and ranked for specific things. So question for everybody. Do you feel confident if I were to Google you or put you in an AI search like that? Are you optimized on social media? Let me know. Maybe, moderately, I'm bulletproof, I'm great. Okay, Janet says no. Tracy says no, I'm not feeling too good. Catherine, oh my gosh, I'm getting straight no's today. John Pennington said no. Aisha's the first person to say moderately. I'm moderately good. I'm not super optimized. Wow, okay. Yeah, most people are feeling a little intimidated after seeing that, right? So, Tulika is another person that says, I'm moderately there. So you want to think about it like this. It's like you're either sitting on one of two sides. You're dabbling or you're all in with your real estate presence. And it's funny because some realtors were ready for this big AI wave. Some realtors had their presence, and as soon as AI became prominent, they were getting found and they started getting phone call after phone call after phone call. Okay. That's the type of realtor that's making the money right now effortlessly. And then there's now loads of realtors that reach out to me and to RealGrader, to our company, goes, I'm playing catch up. And I'm hearing realtors in my office saying, hey, this stuff works. It's effective, but I don't know where to get started. And I get it. Look, there's two things I always mention. You can live in real estate hell or you can live in real estate heaven. Real estate hell, what does that look like? That looks like the realtor that, is putting in all this work. They're going crazy. They're doing all this outbound effort and they're getting minimal transactions. And then there's the realtor that's in real estate heaven who knows how many deals they're going to close every month. They're getting phone calls every single week. They don't have to go chasing leads. So they're closing deals because they're getting found and then they get referred. They look great online and they close more. It's just this big snowball effect. So you all want to obviously leverage technology. So you're in real estate heaven. You don't want to be killing yourselves working to get zero results, right? So if you mentioned, hey, I don't feel too positive online, I might be dabbling. If I Google you live, you might look like this, right? You might have missing sales, missing profiles, missing branding versus being all in. And by the way, if you're a realtor that needs help to get to this level where you have the coverage on the 8 sites, where you have things automated with AI, perfect, right? This website's educational, but also if you need support at the very end, I'll give you guys some services from my team that you can leverage where they do this work for you and where AI automates things for you, so you're just hands off. Okay, so yeah, I get it. Some people are like, hey, the education's great, but I still don't want to do any of this stuff. No problem. Hang with me till the end, and I'll provide you guys tools from my team where these things get done on your behalf. Right? Because the realtors that look like this and are living at this level, I promise you, their phone is ringing. They're closing deals monthly, organically. They don't need to be running ads. They're taking over the search game. That's what we're talking about. So, a question. Speaking of staying in front of all of your sphere of influence and ranking, posting and content makes a difference for all these algorithms. Everybody in the chat, let me know how often you're posting per week on your social media platforms. How many times a week? Let me know. And be honest here. Tracy goes 3 to 4. Got it. Wow, Ron's doing pretty good. 12 to 15. That's a big one. Aisa says once or twice a week. Tammy says 3 to 4 times a week. Lizette says not doing much, but I'm going to start doing lots now. Okay. Got it. Teresa says I'm a negative, so no posting. Got it. We appreciate the honesty. Thank you, Teresa. Wendy says 2 to 3 times. John's like, not much. Got it. So I would say there's one person here that's really crushing it, you know? Because if you think about it, you're either falling under one of these categories. Yeah, I'm not posting at all. I post once every now and then, post a few times a week, and people that are saying they're posting daily or more. The question is, how often should it be? At a minimum, you want to post once a day. At a minimum. If you post more, great. But if you are posting one a day, the algorithms are going to favor you. Okay? So now we know how many the sites you need to have, the 8, and we also know how often posting should be done. And by the way, these are things you can automate with AI. And I'm talking really good automatic posts every single day. I'm going to show you guys how to do this. So now that we know the 8 sites and the posting, what are some of the big mistakes that my team sees realtors making across the United States, right? We also created our own AI, and our AI scans all of your presence online and gives you a grade on a scale of 1 to 100. Okay? So we've done this for over 250,000 agents across the United States. The national average is a 30 out of 100. So if you said, hey, I'm not posting often, or I don't have my site set up properly, you probably are following in this average here, which, not too great. That means you're leaving a lot on the table, right? It means you're inconsistent with your posting. It means you're missing profiles. It means your sales might be missing online, right? So you want to think about, it's like, hey, what's your grade on a scale of 1 to 100? Where do you stand? If you're sitting here going, yeah, I'm probably under 50, then I would say, guess what? Look at the positive. You have a lot of room to grow your sales volume. You have a whole lot. We might be a little more than halfway done with the year. You still got this hot season right now from August to November. And we all know there's a lot of money to be made in these exact months, big ones, right? So who should be optimized on social? You want to think about it. We all should, right? So for tuning in so far, I'm going to give you guys a few little free gifts from my team, okay? Um, we're about to jump after I give you guys a free gift. We're about to jump into the most fun part of the presentation. Spoiler, I'm going to Google somebody live. All right. But before I Google somebody, I want to provide you guys all some free gifts for tuning in today. So the 8 sites we've been talking about, we actually wrote little guidebooks for each of these on how to really fix yourselves on the 8 sites. So this is huge. Besides getting your 8 guidebooks on how to fix yourselves, right? They're virtual. You're also going to receive a complimentary custom digital business card, right? So you're going to receive your 8 guidebooks on the 8 sites we're talking about, complimentary, and a complimentary digital business card from my team. If you want to receive them now to your phone, and I highly suggest you all take the time to do this right now, it only takes 3 seconds. Grab your phones and text the word send to 516-400-4161. This is going to have my system text you automatically the guidebooks and your digital card, right? Once you receive the response, you're going to fill out a little form. This is just to make sure you're over the age of 18. You don't have to put, your exact birthday or your exact city. This is just a legal thing, so people confirm they're over the age of 18, right? So you can put whatever birthday you want. You can put your name, last name, city. For some reason, your city doesn't work. Put somebody else's city. That doesn't matter. This is just an easy way for my system to text everybody their free gifts at once. So let me just put got it in the chat once you've received your guidebooks and the free card, just to make sure the system is working properly. And if for some reason you have trouble doing this, hang out till the very end of the webinar. I will manually text you your free gifts and make sure that you get your stuff. I'm not leaving anybody behind. So let me know. Let me know if you received everything once you text in. I see Tammy texted in. A few others texted in just now. Again, you're texting the word send. Just say send. If you say anything else, the system's not going to text you the free gifts. Talika says got him as well. Awesome. Wendy, if you, I'm not sure what you mean by that, Wendy. I'll just text you them myself for my personal number at the very end. Seems like you had some trouble. Tracy says she got him. Awesome, Tracy. Anybody else have trouble with it? Just let me know. Aisa, I see you got him. Teresa, I see you got him. Alicia Rodriguez, Anna got him. Otto said got him. Yep, Ron. Perfect. Last chance. I'm not going to stay too long on the free gifts here because we got some important stuff to cover with the live Googling. Anybody have trouble? Last chance. Perfect. Sweet. So now we got to have some real fun here. Okay? It's finally time for the famous hot seat. Okay, so if you've heard me speak before, in person, or you've seen me do a virtual session, you know exactly what's going to happen here. I'm going to Google somebody live, which is going to be fun. We're going to do a hot seat. And I'm actually going to let you know exactly where you have gaps online, where you have deals falling through the cracks. I'm going to let you know wherever you're leaving money on the table by Googling you live. To jump in this hot seat, I'm going to only pick one of you. I do require a few things. Number one, you need to be in real estate at a minimum, I would say 5 years, at a minimum 5 years, and you cannot be an existing client. So minimum 5 years, can't be an existing client, and you need to be able to have your audio and video because I'm actually going to make you a panelist. I'm going to be able to talk to you and see you. So you need audio, video, more than 5 years in real estate, and you can't be a client that looks perfect. All right. So if you want to be in the hot seat, just put hot seat and how many years you've been in real estate in the Zoom chat, and I will pick one of you randomly now. So again, you're typing in hot seat and how long you've been in real estate. Okay. I like it. We got a courageous group here. All right, let me see who I'm gonna pick to get Googled. This should be fun. All right, let's go with Tammy. I'm gonna bring Tammy in as the hot seat. She's been really active since the beginning of today's webinar. So Tammy, I'm gonna promote you as a panelist. Go ahead and accept the invite. Tammy Eagleston. There we go. Tammy Eagleston. Promote as a panelist. Accept it and join me on the panel here, Miss Tammy. By the way, as she joins the panel, everybody give a big thank you in the chat. We know this is, requires some guts to do. It's not easy to get Googled in front of a whole group here. There you go, everybody. Tammy, if you see the chat, everybody's showing you some love. So Tammy, go ahead and unmute yourself and turn your camera on and we'll get this started. How are we doing, Tammy? Everything good?
Can you hear
Testing.
me?
We can hear you loud and clear. Awesome.
Okay. Very transparently, I didn't know I was going to be on camera. So, let's see. Hold on a second. Let me make sure I got my video on.
There you go.
So,
She made it. Perfect.
so I wasn't prepared to be on camera. So you get to see I'm very transparent.
There we go. Awesome. So just to confirm, Tammy, you're based out of North Carolina, correct?
Yes, correct.
And have you ever been on any of our Real Grader webinars before? This is your first time.
I've been on one before, but this is my first. I don't know if it was real greater or not. I actually was on one and I did not get to complete it.
Got it. Okay, sweet.
Gotcha.
No worries. So I know you're based out of North Carolina. You have been licensed for quite a while. So we're gonna
Yes.
go audit you on the sites, all right?
Okay.
For everybody else, what we're gonna do as well is, as you can see here on the screen, I have Anna as well pulled up. She is an example of somebody that my technology team has already fixed. So Anna's gonna be somebody that's perfect online, who's getting most of her deals by ranking online. And we're gonna use her as an example of where we all want to be at. Okay? So, Tammy, first things first for you, my friend, is do you have a Google business page?
Um, I do.
Okay, what is it titled? Is it Eagleston Real Estate Consulting?
It is.
Okay. So, first piece of advice for everybody on this webinar is you want to have everything titled the same way. Because look at this. All right, this should have showed up when I looked Tammy up, but it did not because it doesn't have her name on it anywhere. So we need to include your name on your Google business page, Tammy, because if not, then it's not going to actually show up, right?
Okay.
So step one is get the titling right. Number two is going to be, everybody, if you're paying attention here, check this out. Look what it says for business hours. You see it says add missing information here, Tammy?
Uh-huh.
Look what it actually says about your business.
Mm. Oh, wow.
It's closed. So for everybody watching, the easiest way to have a Google business page, get phone calls, is by having it open for 24/7 as a real estate agent. Why? This tells Google's algorithm, hey, I'm willing to get phone calls and texts at any point in time. Rank me high if somebody's looking for a realtor close by. Because what should happen, Tammy, is if somebody's over here around Swepsonville in North Carolina and they look up best realtor near me, you should be one of the top options to get a phone call. But your
Gotcha.
business is closed and it doesn't have a title for you individually, so you're not ranking properly, right?
Okay.
Something else that needs to happen for everybody, and everybody pay close attention here, is Google Business allows you to post. As you can see for Anna, we're using our AI system to post for her every single day. So look, this says 22 hours ago. This says 2 days ago, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, 5 days ago, 6 days ago. Is this content on Google Business that's getting posted by AI here to get 100 likes? The answer is no. This is here to spike the algorithm so that Google thinks Anna's on the page every single day and more likely to pick up the phone. So that's going to rank her higher. In your case, Tammy, you're not posting on your Google Business page. Did you know that?
No, I did not know that.
Got it. So let me show you what's happening since this page doesn't have all the details in place and has no post going out. If I were to go on Google and I'm going to go search in your market, right? And I go here, just regular Google, Tammy, check this out. These are the people getting the phone calls. So we've got Darlene Cope with LPT who's getting calls, Bryson Worley, Jeb Powell, Sean Malloy, Bonnie Stroud. Do you know any of these people? Duke Cox. Do you know?
Actually, I do not, and I've lived here forever and pretty much know most of the agents, but I don't recognize them, which is
So,
strange.
yep. So guess what? Those are just realtors that have taken care of their Google business page and they're getting the calls. This is
Gotcha.
this is something pretty standard for everybody watching. Tammy's been licensed more than all of those people that I just showed you getting calls. She should be one of the top results and she should be getting calls because she's more qualified. But as we saw, her page is closed for business, so it's not even going to rank. If we go to Google and we do the same search, let's look at Tempe, Arizona. Check it out. I don't have to open the list. The number one agent is Anna. For everybody,
Gotcha.
I'm not just saying these statistics because it's what something, told me online. We see the results of what works here. We've worked with thousands and thousands of realtors. Hours of operation, having the right data in there, having the automated AI post is going to make that Google algorithm love you. Anna's the number one individual realtor. Here's a full-blown office. Here's an office. Guess who's the realtor that's getting calls is Anna. These are organic, everybody. So that's how you win that game. All right. So that's step number one, Tammy.
Okay.
Next, let's take a look at LinkedIn here. So on LinkedIn, hey, there we go. That's a big following. You got 1,300 followers. That's way above average, Tammy. Did you know you had so many followers?
I knew I had quite a few.
Huge. So, the average for a realtor, believe it or not, is only 250 to 300.
Mhm.
So you blew that number out of the water. I mean, locally, people must love you. But look what's happening here. No posts. So you've got this massive following that took the time locally to say, "Hey, I'm gonna follow Tammy because I trust her as a realtor." And then there hasn't been a single post to get these people love. For
Mhm.
everybody on today's webinar, LinkedIn, when I'm speaking at these events, is a gold mine because it's all business professionals. This isn't a page that, you're gonna have a mixture of like people on vacation and someone moving. These are business professionals, right? And there's not even a way to call you here. There's no phone number. So in regards to content and branding, right? If you take a look here, like here's an example of mine, right? If you look me up, you're gonna be able to call me easily. Here's my cell phone, here's my email. If you go to my content, you're gonna see I'm personally active, I'm front facing. You're gonna see my face on all my content. I'm always here and available, right? So that's the name of the game. If you look at Anna, just like on Google Business, check it out. My team helped brand her, and my team automated the content for her as well. So this all is done through AI. She doesn't lift a finger, right? It's even watermarked and hashtagged. She's just picking up the phone because she's taking over Google, she's taking over LinkedIn, she's taking over Zillow, YouTube. That's the name of the game here, right? Because Tammy, if I go click on your sales volume, I see you're killing it. I mean, you're doing pretty good, right? But the
Thank
reality
you.
is, when it comes to these platforms, we're not seeing a ton of activity. Like, for example, your last post here was 5 months ago, right? When in reality, you have all these big spheres and people that are depending on you, and they don't get the love to remember, hey, Tammy's my go-to realtor. So I think this was pretty awesome because one, your volume locally is great. You should be outranking all these people, right? All those names I saw, they haven't been as licensed as long as you, and volume wise, you're better than them. I'm sure locally you're probably in the top percent, right?
Right, right.
I, and by the way, I'm really happy I picked you out of everybody else that was trying to be in the hot seat because you're literally perfect for this example. Um,
Thank you.
because you've been licensed so long and you're such a great volume agent. And I think even you are leaving a lot on the table with having
Mhm.
all of these dead spheres of influence, no activity, right? Not leveraging AI. So,
Right.
I'm sure you already saw the Zoom chat. Everybody said thank you so much for jumping in the hot seat, which was awesome. But I want to know Tammy, what's your biggest takeaway? Let me know, what you feel like after being in the hot seat and getting Googled.
I think it's a reality check. Actually, it makes me realize the areas that I'm missing opportunities for sales. Um, and, I feel like I am very blessed. However, I realize that even on my personal website, our business website, I feel like I don't really get leads from there. So I'm realizing probably why I'm not getting leads outside of, I do a lot of repeat business. And
Yeah.
so I'm realizing that it's just kind of like a reality check.
Yeah. And I'll be honest with you. A lot of realtors in your position that are top producers, we see the same thing with them too, right?
Uh-huh.
So for everybody else, I'm going to cover two more really awesome portions of this webinar. Next one is everybody gets another gift. You all actually get a complimentary audit, just like Tammy, except this one's 30 minutes, and I'm going to be able to provide you custom feedback on things that are wrong with your profiles, specific services. Like if you guys need services, like, okay, I need help getting these things fixed. How do I fix my sites? How do I automate my content? You can book this meeting with me, and Tammy, I suggest you do it as well because, right, I did the hot seat for just a few minutes, but I didn't want to go all the way deep and be selfish and just give you all the time, right? So everybody, you all get to book this complimentary. Usually, this is $100 meeting. You might have heard or seen on our site if you want to book a meeting with someone like myself or one of the speakers, it costs $100 for the 30-minute audit. I'm giving you guys this complimentary for tuning into the training today. So this is another free gift besides your guidebooks. Okay. If you want to book the meeting with me, I suggest you do this now because my Thursday and Friday are already fully booked. Actually, I'll open up one slot on Friday because somebody rescheduled here. So you might be able to book, yeah. You have one slot available on Friday. And starting Tuesday of next week, I have a whole lot of slots. Okay. So if you guys scan the QR code now with your cell phone, you can book the meeting right on the spot. Let's say you cannot scan the QR code, okay? You can text the word calendar to 516-400-4161, and my system will send you my calendar automatically, right? So I love this technology. Like you guys text it one word, boom, it'll send you one thing. You text it something else, it'll send it at another. So imagine, let's say I'm doing a presentation with 1,000 people. I can get everybody whatever they want on the spot. It's my favorite thing to use. So once you do schedule, just text me the words, put scheduled in the Zoom chat or done, just so I know everybody's able to book. And if for some reason you had trouble, remember, I'm going to hang out at the end of this webinar. I'll provide everybody what they need. Like, oh, I missed this, I missed that, I didn't get your calendar, I couldn't book. That's okay. Hang out till the very end. I'm gonna manually text you guys that miss it, okay? Also, yeah, for those of you that are tuned in for the big discounts on any of the services, you're also gonna get the heavily discounted services at the end. Actually, I'm gonna jump into that right now just so we cover everything important. Awesome. So I see a lot of you are able to book already. Anybody have any trouble? Let me know once you've booked. I see Tracy booked, Hannah booked, Jesse booked. Anybody have trouble with the link? Pat Ford booked, Alicia booked, Nicole, Lizette, Kate Phillips, Kate. Okay, awesome. Anybody have any trouble? Let me know in the chat. I'm not going to leave anybody hanging on this one. I know a lot of people have been wanting to book, so this is your complimentary one. Remember, this is the only time you're not going to have to pay for a full audit. It's 30 minutes with me, so it's a really good opportunity if you do want to get a thorough checkup. All right. I only see a few of you that are still not booked yet. I saw Jessica Simmons just booked. Awesome. Anybody have trouble? Let me know. I see there's quite a lot of you in here still, so Wendy, let me know if you needed help. Talika, Tracy, Teresa, Salima, Ron, Ralph, Otto, Leanne, Lizette, John, Joe, Emily Chang, Camilo, Angela, Amy. Teresa says I can't seem to get booked. Teresa, let me know at the end of the webinar. Remind me. Tammy also had some trouble. Okay. So for both of you, I will personally text this to you at the end of the webinar, all right? So just hang tight with me. It won't take too long to wrap it up. Talika says I'll book this a bit later. I just got my license last week. Makes sense. No worries. Awesome. So I think I got absolutely everybody then. There was only a few people having trouble, which I'll help out at the end. So now that we're clear here, we just did the hot seat and we saw how powerful having a presence is these days. Statistically speaking, and this is coming straight from NAR, the number one high quality lead source is coming from these 8 sites we talked about. It's no longer the traditional real estate. It's coming from these 8 sites. So you want to be very clear here. AI changed this game completely. And we just saw how it did, right? We saw how Anna is showing up at the top everywhere because AI is automating her stuff, right? So think about it. How is AI keeping people like Anna and other top producers at the top everywhere? It's using AI prompts for content and for your profiles and for lead capture. What are these AI prompts? And I want you to take a second and like really imagine this. You upload a picture, you give it a prompt, it's going to make beautiful real estate content. And then not only one piece, but your entire month is created and your entire month is scheduled to automatically post to all of your websites to keep you on top everywhere. That's the power of AI. I think about how great that is to have personalized content created and scheduled to shoot out to all of your sites perfectly without you having to do the work. Like, does that sound great to you? Does it sound exciting to you? Because I personally do stuff like this. It's a huge, huge time saver. Like, this is the secret sauce. This is what all the big realtors are doing, right? They look like they're putting in a lot of work, but the reality is it's AI that does it, right? It's just a few prompts. So imagine posting daily automatically. That's exactly what we talked about. With our company, right? With RealGrader, what we do is we connect all of your sites into our dashboard. It's a RealGrader dashboard. With all of your sites, my team actually is gonna be able to show you exactly what sites are gonna get the content posted to. So check it out. You could do 8 sites at once to do a blast, right? You can create your own content with our AI system. And on top of that, here's a beautiful thing. My team also creates 30 pieces for you for the whole month that can be scheduled to shoot out automatically, right? So not only are you able to create your own stuff and have it scheduled to shoot out everywhere, my team makes 30 posts for you and schedules them for you. You can edit these posts, you can adjust them. They're all going to have your headshots and watermarks. So look, they're personalized, right? Um, the calendar is very clear and easy to use, and this is going to automate the whole system for you. I mean, there's going to be custom posts for Google, just like you saw, which this is huge. Most people don't ever post there. Instagram business, Facebook business, your LinkedIn posts. We saw how big LinkedIn is. I mean, Tammy was huge on there. She had 1,300 followers, but not a single post. That's a few extra deals every year just from LinkedIn alone if that got active, right? You get Reels as well and YouTube Shorts. Your YouTube Shorts that we do for you, we make the videos and post them for you. These get hundreds of views from people that do not follow you. This is a gold mine for those that have problem making good quality content. We do the shorts for you, which is amazing, right? So you can also make your own custom content with AI. Not only do we provide you 30 posts, but you have the option to make your own with the AI prompts in our dashboard. So at the end of the day, for the top producers these days, they don't waste time doing social media because all the accounts are linked in the dashboard. They're all shooting automatic posts. And whenever top producers have something in mind that they want to turn into a piece of content, they just put in a prompt, right? And then it's scheduled to shoot out everywhere with the captions, with everything. You don't have to worry about, spending time making content anymore. It's all done for you. And whenever you do want to create something, it takes a few seconds to have AI generated. Here's some of the metrics from, some of our clients after they start using the content consistently. Engagement's crazy, right? And I mean, for somebody like Tammy that's at 0 engagement right now, those numbers are going to fly through the roof. And there's always, always going to be contact. Next is all of you, besides the automatic posting and the tool you get to create your own AI, you get the custom digital business card that captures leads. I'm going to show you exactly how powerful this is. So if you go on our dashboard, for everybody, this is what our dashboard looks like. You're going to have your automatic posting here, and you're going to have the custom digital business card here on the left-hand side that captures leads. So this digital card, for those of you that are looking for seller leads, let me know in the chat, how many of you are looking for more sellers? Like you have a deficit of sellers. Put yes or no in the chat. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of people need more sellers. Okay, great. This is going to be a very easy way to capture seller leads because the feedback we get from our realtors is that it's mostly sellers. This is what the pro version of the card looks like, right? This is what mine looks like on my phone. Pretty sweet. It comes with my QR code. What realtors do is they put this QR code on their listing signs. Anybody who walks by the listing gets captured. You have their name, cell phone, email, their social medias, and the day they scanned. If you put it on a postcard, imagine I'm Tammy and I send it out to, a neighborhood I just closed a deal in, I would say, hey, we just got this listing to go for over asking. Scan the QR code to find out why I'm your best bet to do the same for your property. A lot of hot qualified sellers. Guys, somebody scans your QR code, whether it's a postcard or listing sign, you get all of their information and they automatically get followed up with. It's a gold mine. You guys scanned my QR code. Tammy, if you can unmute yourself and get your camera back on for 1 second. Tell me, look at this. You scan my
Okay.
QR code. Look at this.
Uh,
Here's your name. Here's your cell phone. Here's your email and all your socials.
mhm,
Everybody
gotcha.
else that's on this webinar, you're going to see your name on here if you scanned and booked. I'm not
Okay.
going to go follow up with you because I'm not trying to sell your property, but you get it. That's how easy this system works. It's crazy. So not only does everybody get their automated AI posting, but you're going to get the pro card with the QR code that captures seller leads for you automatically. So this is your dashboard. Here's your auto posting tool. Here's your digital card that captures leads instantly. You can also connect your CRM. So all of your leads go to your CRM. And you have support every day of the week. Like if you want to watch a video on, hey, how do I do a little better with my auto posting? You can book a meeting. Hey, how do I use my digital card a little better? Book a meeting. So it's all hands on, right? So that's exactly what's included in the package is you get your auto posting with AI, you get your digital business card, you get the dashboard, you get the daily Zoom trainings if you need them. Some people show up every day, they got way too much time, but you can show up every now and then and get a little refresh on how to use your tools a little better. Live support, right? So that's exactly how the full system works. So you want to think about it. It's like, if you're stuck in traditional real estate land, it's because you don't have a system. This is a full system. So if you need help with social media and AI, that falls under our influencer program where we simplify everything for you, just like we've done with Anna and thousands of realtors. Again, what is included in the package? You get your AI content, you get your posting tool, which allows you to post everywhere. You get 30 posts that my team creates for you every month that shoot out automatically to all of your sites. You get your digital card that captures leads, and you get live training and resources if you need a little extra love and support. So you get all of that in the one package with the dashboard. If you guys know us, our online pricing is $197 per month. I mentioned that you would get the big discount. A lot of you asked for it at the beginning, like saying, "Hey, I know I can get the discount if I come to the webinar." Well, you guys do get the big discount, right? So usually if you go on our site, it's $197 per month. Since you did tune in today, you're getting the corporate discount from us. You're not paying 197 a month. You're paying 97 per month with no contract. And by the way, if you register for this, this is grandfathered in for you forever. Your price is never going to change. A lot of people ask, "Oh, what if I pause it and I try and come back? Do I have to pay 197?" No. Once you're on 197, you stay on the 197. So if you did want to get signed up for the really big discount, you're texting the word buy to this phone number here to 516-400-4161. Same number we've been using the whole webinar. You text the word buy and it's going to send you the registration to your cell phone, or you can simply scan the QR code here on the screen, and that is going to also let you sign up right on your phone. For those of you that hate QR codes and don't have your phone close by and you don't want to text by, I can put the registration in the Zoom chat as well. So again, this discounted pricing is the biggest one. You're not going to see this price on our website. A lot of you already knew that when you got on the webinar. So as promised, you are receiving the big discount. So this is only $97 per month. All right. So again, if you text buy, it'll send you the registration to your phone, or if you scan the QR code. I'm going to put the registration in the Zoom chat as well. So give me 1 second. And you're going to see you're not getting charged anything but 97 bucks. Your price is going to be 97 bucks every single month. It'll never change. And there is no contract. We purposely did this discount. So if you're one of the new realtors, you can even sign up for this. So I just put the discounted Zoom link in the chat. You're able to click on this and sign up from your laptop. So I'm seeing a lot of you already started filling out your registration. Perfect. Congratulations to you guys. And while I have some extra time here, if you have questions, please put them in the Zoom chat. All right. And let me know if you have questions about the package, about anything that we discussed today. Lizette goes, do you have a CRM we can use or do we get our own CRM? So in your dashboard, if you remember, all of those leads come in automatically into your dash so that you keep your leads in our dashboard, or you can connect your own CRM so that the leads are in our dashboard and go to your CRM as well. So if you don't have a CRM, our dashboard's a good way to keep your leads nice and organized in one place, just like I showed you guys today. Good question. Tracy says you have a 2 p.m. Got it. Yeah, Tracy, to get signed up, it takes like 2 minutes. So if you texted the word to 516-400-4161, you'll still be able to get the discount within the next 2 hours, I believe. It'll be live. So if you texted the word buy to this number, you can use the link. It'll be live for about 2 hours, I believe. You got it. Someone asked, Ralph, how does this work if you're on the annual? Got it. So that's the old package, right? You can cancel that in your dashboard. And this includes the AI and auto posting and the lead capture and that pro version of the card you already have. Right? So that's the old 99 package. This includes everything put together. So that's good question, Ralph. Awesome. Great. I see most of you already finished registering. Amazing. Once you do finish signing up, um, you're going to receive a receipt via email. Okay, so make sure that you check your email. I see a few of you people texted some extra things that were not buy. If you text anything that's not buy, it won't send you the link. Somebody was requesting the calendar. Okay, I got you. Yeah, for those of you that needed the calendar, put your phone numbers in the Zoom chat. I'll manually text you my calendar right now. So yeah, put your phone numbers in the Zoom chat. I'll manually text you guys. All right, so last person's registration I saw come through was Rebecca and Tammy. So we did receive yours. Awesome. Somebody said I'm having trouble with the link. So let me show you. If you are having trouble with the link, it might be because you already had an account with us. So if you're having some sort of trouble, right, this is what your registration looks like. If you scroll to the bottom, right, you're gonna get to this part. If for some reason you have trouble, switch your email to another email. And if you know your login, you can click login here. And if you're just like, forget my login, forget the email, you can bypass everything by clicking continue as guest. Okay. So yeah, if you have problems with the email, you can either switch it, log in, or select guest at the very bottom. Any of those options are going to allow you to get to the registration page. Good question. I did see somebody put their number in the chat, Teresa. Got it. Teresa, I'm gonna text you the calendar. All right, give me 1 second. All right, for those of you that texted me for the calendar, I'm just texting you the word hi. Reply hi to me, and you're gonna receive the calendar. Awesome. So I see a few of you already replied. You're going to receive my calendar to book that meeting. Yeah, this is for everybody that for some reason had trouble booking. If you had trouble scheduling your 30-minute audit with me, um, just put your cell phone number in the chat. I'll text you, right? So like Teresa just put her cell in the chat. I just texted her my calendar manually. Did anybody miss anything else? Let me know live in the chat. If you have questions, let me know. Questions. Anything missed? Last chance or forever hold your peace here. Any questions? All right. I'm just going to read off the last few people. Aisa, Emily, Otto, I did see your registration come through. You're good. Ralph, Ron. Anybody else have any last minute questions before I wrap this up? If not, I'm just going to go ahead and shut down the webinar here. I did get everybody's registration except I think like one or two people. So my team will probably just text you if you had trouble with signing up for the 97 per month. Awesome. I think we got everybody. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Thank everybody for your engagement. You guys were awesome. Thank you so much to Tammy for jumping in that hot seat. That was a really good hot seat today. I enjoyed it. You were a perfect example. And for everybody that got registered, a big congratulations. We're looking forward to seeing you guys get everything squared away. I really appreciate your time today. And again, at any point, if you need any extra help, feel free to reach out to me. You all have my information. Thank you guys so much and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.